The best TV game shows sit at the intersection of skill and luck. And in the 1980s, there was one such game show called Press Your Luck. The skill component came from asking the contestants trivia questions, but then the luck came in via the big board. This is how prizes were dished out after a contestant had demonstrated their skill answering a trivia question. It was a massive screen with 18 boxes detailing different cash amounts or physical prizes and a cartoon character known as a whammy. The highlight on the board would rapidly flip between the different boxes in an apparently random order. The players would then win the content of whichever box was selected when they hit their buzzer, but if they landed on a whammy, the player would lose all the prizes they had accumulated so far.
Michael, one whammy, two spins, no bucks. You want to do it again?
The system would never linger on one box long enough for the player to see what it was, react, and then hit their buzzer. And because the movement was unpredictable, it was theoretically impossible for the player to anticipate which box was going to be selected, so they were picking at random. And most players would win a few prizes before retiring for that round. Other players, of course, would press their luck and get whammed. I mean, that was the idea in theory. Michael Larson was an ice cream truck driver from Ohio, and they decided to see just how random the big board really was. So they taped some shows when it first started airing in 1983, and they pored over the footage, trying to crack if there were any underlying patterns. And sure enough, they noticed that the board only had 5 predetermined cycles. They just went through them so fast that they looked random. So Michael set about memorizing those 5 cycles, working out exactly when the optimum point to buzz in for each one would be, and then they flew out to Los Angeles and unbelievably managed to get themselves on the show as a contestant. The game starts normally enough. Michael was competing against Ed, a Baptist minister, and Janie, a dental assistant. Michael answers enough trivia questions correctly to earn some spins on the big board, and on his first go, he hits a whammy. By the start of the second round, Michael is in last place, but his trivia knowledge has just earned him 7 more spins on the big board. This time, he does not hit a whammy. Oh no.
$4,000 on a spin.
As most of the prizes also come with a free spin, his reign on the big board seems to be everlasting. At first, the host,
Two Michaels going in at 19,336. Let's get some big bucks.
Peter Tamarkin, goes through his normal patter, waiting for Michael to hit a whammy. But Michael doesn't.
Go again!
In a freak of probability, Michael keeps selecting prize after prize. It is amazing to watch the range of emotions the host goes through. Initially, he's excited. Something unlikely is happening. But soon, he's trying to work out what on earth is going on,
We've never had anything like this before.
while still maintaining his jovial game show host persona.
First place, you gonna keep going?
Going.
Oh, he's looking for more big bucks. Stop!
Apparently, behind the scenes, chaos was breaking out as show executives and channel directors were trying to work out, was Michael cheating? How was this happening? To their eyes, Michael seemed to be celebrating too soon. He was pleased when he buzzed in less time than he conceivably could have been reading the prize that he had won. Somehow, he already knew when to press the buzzer and which square he wanted to stop on. Now, of course, all of this could have been avoided if the game show big board was actually random.
Stop at 5.
Then Michael wouldn't have been able to pore over the footage on VHS and memorize the 5 different cycles. But the designers of the Press Your Luck system had hard-coded set cycles instead of making it truly random, because being random is very difficult.
Stop! Stop at 3,000.
There's not even really a case of it being difficult for computers to do something randomly. It's pretty much impossible. No computer can be random unaided. Computers are built to follow instructions precisely. Processors are built to predictably do the correct thing every time. Making a computer do something unexpected is a very difficult feat. You can't have a line of programming code that says do something truly random without also having a specialized component attached to the computer to provide the randomness. The makers of Press Your Luck did not use that, and it meant that Michael Larson was able to memorize the patterns, and they ended up winning an unprecedented $110,237 on the game show, about 8 times more than the average winner. And even though they did look into if he was somehow cheating or breaking the rules, eventually Michael Larson did get all of his prize money. He managed to show that it was actually less effort to memorize the apparently random sequences than it was to memorize the trivia, which the show was meant to be testing. Michael was able to take a game show which was supposed to be skill and luck and turn it entirely into a very specific, different type of skill.